listening to the Fuck Yeah Nation Network.
Jon Shefsky here, welcoming you to Robertland in honor of the late, great Rush Limbaugh. All funnel cake proceeds will go towards PlannedParenthood.org. Have a wonderful day.
Hi, welcome to Robertland. That's right, your favorite not safe for work comedy theme park podcast. And I'm your host, Robert Thompson, comedian, musician, theme park phenologist, that ought to do. What is up, everybody? How you guys doing? Man. What is up, everybody? How you guys doing? Hey, that hurt my vocal cords. Guys, what is up? It's a beautiful day to be alive. Man, Robertland, your favorite not safe for work comedy theme park podcast. I am excited because this episode is surely stupendous. We've got Rossco Soletrain on the program again. Ryan D up in his building from Hit the Mics podcast. This is really kind of what we're doing now, guys. We've got Ryan D, Rossco Soletrain. We've got our crew assembled, man. We've got Zack Hillman, Jon Shefsky, the cast man sometimes. We've got a whole crew brewing up here at the Robertland world, and it's a lot of fun. And this one I thought would be kind of cool to take a little direction, a different direction for this one, and talk about something that had a big impact on my childhood, just like Disneyland, just like Knott's Berry Farm, and that's the Mighty Ducks film series. That's right, we're doing a whole bunch of specials on the Mighty Ducks, meaning 3. We're going to talk about all 3 of the films you can look forward to. But yeah, I'm excited. We're going to get right into the whole world of the Mighty Ducks here. And it's kind of crazy to think it's been that long since it came out. I think it's 30 years that the movie was made this year, and you've got the brand new Mighty Ducks show coming to Disney Plus. So I thought we would kind of reintroduce the Mighty Ducks world to everybody, and kind of tug on the heartstrings by going back to when you could try to mimic Goldberg by being a fat ass and then doing heroin. I'm just kidding. Poor guy. I might have to edit that out. I don't know. He's doing better now, though. Fuck yeah. It's been a long day. I actually just did heroin myself, so I'm quacking it right now. Guys, it's exciting. This is my favorite segment of the program. It is your Theme Park Minute with Zack Hillman. Enjoy.
This is Theme Park Minute with Zack Hillman. If you're ever feeling like your ideas aren't entirely thought through, just remember that someone once opened a water slide with a full vertical loop. The notoriously unsafe action park in New Jersey debuted Cannonball Loop in 1985. It was a simpler time when sending test dummies down a water chute and seeing them come out the other end decapitated was not a clear enough sign that you had angered the Lord. Things didn't run smoothly, and an escape hatch had to be built into the bottom of the loop so that stuck riders could crawl out safely. Frequent complaints of back injuries and bloody noses led to the ride being closed a month after it was open. Thankfully, they replaced it with a ride that maims guests without them having to go through the embarrassment of putting on a swimsuit.
Bet you know that, did you? Well, here I am, with me, Rossco Soletrain, and Ryan D.
Quack, 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 quack.
Quack, crack.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, the doggy liked it.
The dog liked it.
That was cool, man. That really geared me up.
Dude, it felt good.
I'm
Yeah,
ready
that
to do
felt
a podcast right now,
Yeah.
man. I don't know about you guys.
I'm ready to snort some flying feet.
I'm ready to do that figure skate twirl that chick does in the movie.
Yeah, man,
I'm ready
fuck.
to fucking do some ice, dude. That's what I'm ready to do.
I'm ready to hang out with that cocaine dealer driver guy.
Listen,
Yeah,
dude, he's the best part. I love that mustache.
Oh man, guys! So this is a different format, kind of for the not format, but just topic. Going into a movie, but it's not far off because we, with the program, we're always talking about our childhood,
Dicks.
and dicks and penises and
This is
buttholes.
just one letter off.
That's the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know. Just throw an eye in there.
I'm surprised I never I didn't hear that more as a kid.
Or the Mighty Fucks.
The Mighty Dicks.
Yeah, the Mighty Dicks. I didn't really.
Dicks, Mighty Fucks.
I didn't hear that either. But
Yeah,
that's
maybe because we all love that movie.
I
so
think
much.
so.
I
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
No one wanted to shit on it. They're
Nope.
just like, nope,
No.
don't you dare just besmirch the name of the
Yeah.
Ducks. You
With a
know?
logo like that, how dare you?
So, I mean, okay, for you guys that don't know, I'm sorry, but I'd like to fill you in a little bit on the Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks was a phenomenon. It was nothing short of a phenomenon because it, or a yeah song, but no one's going to get that. Yeah, do you remember the yeah dude?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Didn't they have that one song? They don't love you
like I love you.
I actually, I've actually been listening to the Yeah-Yeahs a lot.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you might get it then. Anyways, guys, check out Yeah Yeahs. They'll be on the program next week.
Date with the Night is like my favorite song.
Got a date with the night.
Yeah.
I remember I saw them after The Watchmen at the ArcLight. Like, they were there. It was just so random because, like, the ArcLight is one of those places in L.A. that, like, anyone could just show up at any time. Yeah. But I remember I'd read an article, like, a little bit after that they went to Mexico City to play a show. And they went to a bar after. This was when like Mexico was getting really bad with the cartel stuff. They played a show, went to a bar, and then like 15 minutes after they left, the bar was shot up. Everyone was killed inside the bar.
Holy shit!
So if they had stayed, like they would have all died.
Yeah. Wow,
which is crazy. And that probably almost happened on the set of Mighty Ducks, I'm sure, because the '90s were a wild time.
Yep.
You had the Unabomber. You had Bill Clinton getting blowjobs.
Yeah.
You had.
Charlie Sheen
also. I mean, guys,
spreading AIDS.
Speaking of, Emilio Estevez and his family, you had Charlie Sheen spreading AIDS.
Who was almost cast in the Mighty Ducks.
See, that's a crazy factoid, which I'm really excited about because Ross has done some homework. And,
sure have.
We just watched the Mighty Ducks to sort of, get reacquainted with the movie. And it was such a big part of our childhood. I remember when that movie came out, I mean, tons of children sports movies popped up. You had Little Giants, Big Green, all of those, and every there's probably some straight-to-video rugby kids movie, in Scotland or something.
Yeah.
And they always had the same
Rugrats, no.
Yeah. They had the same formula where there's a fat kid
or a girl.
Ladybugs, that was like all girls.
Yeah, Ladybugs.
Or all fat kids, like heavyweights.
Yeah, and what I loved then too is like they could just be completely stereotypical with the kid that was like of color too. They'd just be like, "Yeah, can you just urban it up a little bit, like
Make
throwing
it
a
more
yo,
Yeah.
yeah,
Bro, yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty funny when he called the oldest Hall brother or Emilio Estevez called the oldest Hall brother Burrow.
yeah.
I was like, oh, that's great.
But then he also called him Dude.
yeah,
later.
just, tossing it up.
Yeah. It was such a big deal though. I mean, we're gonna go into it, but
Yeah.
the movie is about this Bombay coach Bombay. Who was a one-time like star
Pee-wee phenom.
Yeah, he was going to be in the big leagues. He was going to be the next big thing. And then he
It came down to one shot and he missed it.
Yeah, he blew
Piece
it.
of shit.
Yeah, what a fuck up. And then he just became a little piece of shit all-star attorney.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, which is hilarious because in Cobra Kai and all these other shows, usually the coach is like washed up, but Bombay is literally like one of the best attorneys of
successful,
all time.
Crushing it, yeah.
Yeah, and
30 and 1.
But then you have all these people in his hometown shitting on him because he wasn't that pee-wee.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
He let all these degenerates shit on him. And then, like, when I was a kid, I remember feeling like, man, Coach Bombay's really like, he's really gone downhill.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
why isn't he?
Yeah, Gordon Bombay, I remember you. Yeah, what are you doing now? Oh, I'm an all-star attorney. Oh, I remember when you missed that fucking shot in the
Yeah.
PB tournament? Yeah, you're a fucking loser,
Fucking
dude.
loser.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm going to get in my fucking Porsche and drive 120
Yeah.
miles an hour and get a ticket.
Well, see, I think that's maybe that's the whole like heart of the movie because to him that meant a lot because his dad passed away and then he
He
really
was named after Gordie Howe,
yeah, that's a great
Mr. Hockey.
That's a great fact too. I didn't know. I wasn't aware of that. That's so awesome. It was a subtle little homage to one of the greats in hockey, and they did that really well. And yeah, I mean, it was just kind of like a Bad News Bears kind of format where it's like these ragtag kids that will never make it in hockey, and then of course they all come together to overcome.
The difference between this and Bad News Bears is at least these kids they actually got together and still liked to play hockey.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
true.
Whereas like with Little Giants and Bad News Bears, like a lot of those kids didn't even want to play.
Right.
No,
Yeah, these kids were all into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I think.
This movie is so fucking influential.
Yeah,
man,
dude. Let's talk about the influence of it. You know,
I mean, look, we're all first of all, we're all sitting here with jerseys on. I think, well, at least a representation of some sort of hockey.
You know, and I got a fuckload of jerseys because I'm a huge hockey fan. But I don't have any Ducks gear at all, and specifically because.
Well, because I assume you're a Sharks fan, right?
Well, I'm a Red Wings fan. I also love the Kings.
Okay.
So being from the Bay Area too, like you can't be a Ducks fan.
Well, yeah,
so
of course.
like I fucking don't like the Ducks at all. Like,
I know.
They're like my fucking least.
Me too. So I'm a Kings fan.
Yeah, totally. So being a Kings fan too, same thing.
It's impossible.
In fact, underneath my fucking shirt, underneath this jersey, I'm wearing a Kings.
Right,
shirt.
I know. I really like that.
Thanks,
Kings,
brother,
that
man.
shirt you got.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's sick.
Yeah, it's great.
So like this movie came out when I was 10 years old. My dad, growing up in Detroit, I've always been a hockey. My dad played hockey growing up, and I always had this weird association with hockey in my family.
Yeah.
When I was really young, I always thought my dad played for the Red Wings, so it was like this weird thing where I felt like.
Why did you think that?
Well, because my dad played, and so there'd be pictures, and I assumed because we were all Red Wings fans that there was some kind of affiliation with the Red Wings in my family.
Why Red Wings though?
Because my family's from Detroit.
Oh,
yeah.
Duh.
Yeah. So because of that, I always felt like all throughout my childhood that there was some kind of affiliation with hockey and my dad and the rest of my family. So when this movie came out, I was 10, and hockey was starting to become a little more popular around that same time period.
Yeah.
And I think Michael Eisner was a big hockey fan, so he greenlit the movie because he loved hockey.
Yeah.
And thought it'd be a great,
Well, it's a weird, and hockey's such a such a weird sport for like inner city kids, So that I think that's what makes it kind of a staple in like everyone's kind of childhood, because then it's like, oh shit, like suburban kids can actually play too,
Yeah.
Especially in part 2, which we'll get to.
Yeah, because rollerblading became
huge. Yeah,
and roller hockey became huge too.
Yeah.
And a lot of this stuff came around the same time as when Wayne Gretzky joined the Kings.
Yeah.
And I think right now that the National Hockey League is where it is because Wayne Gretzky joined the Kings and because this fucking movie happened.
Yeah.
And I started playing ice. Me and my friends.
I have to go get my cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, guys.
Me and my friends started playing ice hockey because of this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Listen to this fucking dog, man. It's going crazy. And my dog wants to smoke too.
Yeah.
So me and my friends started playing hockey because of this movie. We continue to play hockey because of this movie. And yeah, man, it was just it was the vibe.
Yeah. It set like everything up for the 90s to like be like this kind of hockey resurgence. You know? Like,
for sure.
It was bigger than ever.
Yeah, and then a couple years down the road, the New York Rangers won the Cup in '94.
Yeah.
So that was a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
The Kings went to the finals in '92. Granted, they lost, but that was kind of establishing Gretzky as this fucking powerhouse. And then after that, with the league, the Red Wings were, good, and then they won 2 cups. The new team, the Colorado Avalanche, they had a cool 90s fucking logo and vibe.
The Sharks. There's all these
Sharks,
90s expansions. And then, of course...
the Sharks made the playoffs a couple years down the road, so all these things lined up.
Yeah, and the success of the movies
Mm-hmm.
sparked an actual team, the Mighty Ducks, team. The movie was that huge.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's unheard of, where it's like a faux
never happened
team.
before.
Yeah, I mean, since then, there's similar, the Isotopes in New Mexico, the minor league team is homage to the Simpsons, which is great. Yeah. So you see some stuff like that, but that would never happen.
No.
And it was because of that movie being such a phenomenon. Mm-hmm. It was one of those, like, dude, I wore the fuck out of that VHS.
Yeah.
That and like Home Alone, all those movies. But I remember, let's talk about the movie itself. There's so many classic moments.
Well, you know what's funny about this movie too is it's not even that.
Ask me that later.
Yeah, yes. The movie is not even that great of a movie. Oops, sorry. The movie's not even that great of a movie when you think about it. It's so cut and paste. We've seen it a million fucking times.
Yeah.
It's nothing special, but it's got so much fucking heart.
Yeah.
And it's weird because
it's actually like so. It's just executed correctly.
Yeah, it is.
You really connect with the characters, which is even though the formula is the same, we've seen it a million times. It's like that's why those movies kind of fall short most of the time, right? It's like because you don't really connect,
No.
with a lot of the kids or
Well,
whatever.
and like the Bad News Bears, like all those kids were dicks.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
So it's like, who's likable?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so like I guess that's kind of what made it a little different was that there was the fat kid. There's the fat kid. There's the nerd. There's the kid with glasses.
The short kid.
The short kid.
Yep.
The
two black kids.
The outcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they're all pretty. And the thing is they're all pretty much outcasts. And growing up playing on teams as a kid, I felt like all the outsider kids played ice hockey.
Oh yeah,
For the most part.
it's the most like punk rock like sport for sure because it's like it's tough as fuck. The fact that you could like hockey to me has always been mind blowing because baseball you could literally be a fat fuck and still play baseball.
Yeah.
But like hockey, the fact that they're like on ice skates.
Yep.
And they're hitting this like
Yeah.
this odd shaped puck, and the fact like it's so much talent. It's amazing, like to do that. But what I loved about this movie is, it was such a phenomenon. Like you had certain moves. Let's talk about like the moves in the movie. I mean,
the triple deke.
Yeah, the triple penetration.
Yeah.
Whatever, the triple deep,
So
whatever that was.
stupid.
You've got the slap shot. But it goes through like. Or the knuckle puck. That's what it is.
Well, that was on part 2.
Is that part 2?
Yeah, so
That's
we haven't even
Keenan.
got there. Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I spoke
Yeah.
too soon. But
The flying V. That's where
the
they
flying
introduced
V.
the flying V.
Yeah.
Stupidest fucking thing. There's no defense. It's like
have they ever actually done that in a major
No, because
game?
there's no defense.
It's impossible.
It's stupid. And
I've
like,
always wanted to
They
see
would
it.
they
though.
would knock all those people over and just take the puck.
It's really not a good. It's 5 players all coming in, converging in one. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And what's funny too is when you watch it in the movie, like the guy with the puck in the middle, he's like skating in there, and then the other 4 players just like, or the other 4 players just knock everybody else down. It was like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool when you're a
And
kid.
there's no goalie. It's like you're gonna pull your goalie, and then there's 5 people fucking
Yeah.
wang jang. Stupid.
Yeah, imagine if they actually did that. But the Avalanche lost in the most pathetic way.
Yeah, they did the flying V.
Yeah, they fucked up the game today. For some reason, these retards went out there, and that's great guy unity, all, but they also just lost the game terribly. Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to.
Why flying V?
I mean, I would love to see it in like just maybe like an all-star game where it doesn't really.
That would be fucking rad.
Where it doesn't matter.
That's what I mean.
Especially if it was at the pond in Anaheim.
absolutely.
So
That'd be
great.
really cool.
Oh yeah.
I miss the 90s for that reason, though. Like, now everyone has to, no, this, in reality, this would happen.
Right.
It's like, no, dude, that's why it's a movie.
Yeah.
It's taking away
Suspension
from the
of
movies.
disbelief.
Yes, it makes it fun. Like, dude, do you think in Backdraft, like, do you think all those firefighters out there are like, the demon and the fire? Like, I love that they heighten shit. That's what I love about the 90s. It's
a fucking movie.
Yeah, all the action movies were so over the top.
Yep.
I mean, like, Nicolas Cage would have died 30 times in Con Air.
You're right.
Like when he's fucking flying through Vegas, smashing through the
Or
signs.
fucking Home Alone, man.
Yeah.
There's this YouTube page. I forget what it's called, but it's one of my favorites. They basically do like a death count on.
How many times they would die?
How many times they would die?
That's fucking
in
rad.
They have a
movies.
doctor.
So they have a doctor analyze, what injuries they would sustain and how many times they would actually die.
That brick throwing
That
scene.
was so fucking great in Home Alone Part 2.
Yeah. So like Marv dies like 18 times. in Home Alone.
Yeah. Well, especially that scene with him getting electrocuted.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh, and he turns into a skeleton. Dude,
Yeah.
that cracks me up every fucking time.
Still. And someone had the best description ever is when she keeps sucking after you bust
Yes.
it. Yeah, that is the best. And it's very accurate, that description.
Yes.
But, anyway, so we're talking about oral sex. Mighty Ducks, a children's film. So the characters in this movie are very memorable. You've got Goldberg, the goalie. He's the fat ass, the fat kid. Of course, there's a fart joke.
Yeah,
like
course.
there's a scene where they're all in the limo and they all got to point at Goldberg.
You know what it is though? Okay, I know we were talking about like we connect with these characters, but it's a lot of all these kids have like charisma,
Yeah.
like, and that's why you connect with them because they all have something about them that like really
Is likable.
is likable. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And that kid that's a biter of the Rob Schneider bit.
Oh,
with-
Averman?
Averman,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
with
the Jewish guy?
the glasses kid.
Hey, golly.
Yeah, but he does the Rob Schneider.
So weird. The water cooler bit.
Yeah, I love that
Yeah.
you pointed out because that is odd that they literally just take like
Yeah.
an SNL character and he does that the whole movie.
Conway. It's so dumb, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. It's so weird, like stuff like that. Like, it worked in Aladdin for
Yeah.
whatever reason. It
That's
did.
true. Yeah.
But like, I don't know. That one. It was just only one bit that they just pulled from SNL. They're like, oh yeah, cool, this will work.
Maybe maybe it was like that kid's choice. Maybe he was just trying because he's supposed to be like the kind of funny guy.
Nah, I guarantee there was somebody that on set that was like, "Hey, let's just
Yeah.
plug." There was some fucking writer in a room that was like in charge of like joke writing, who was just brought in for like $150 a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What do you do?" It's like, "I don't know, let's just borrow bits from SNL."
Yeah.
Okay, cool, great, yeah,
Yeah.
needs a joke right there.
I know. I do love also like the inaccuracies and stuff is great because back then you could literally bullshit a game. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
could just make up rules.
Oh, sure,
I mean, how
yeah.
many rules do they break in that movie?
Tons.
Like,
Yeah, just some of the fucking
like whole.
it's like there's so many penalties that should have
Yes.
been called.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, suspensions.
Yeah.
In like that one shot, like the Charlie at the end of the movie when he gets that penalty shot, and the ref comes over and goes, "Anybody on the team can take the penalty shot." It's like, give me a fucking break. And it was all to set up that scene where it's like, Bombay is like, you know what, Charlie, you're the fucking guy, man. Let's do this.
yeah.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, I love.
But that was what we were talking about. You said the favoritism thing.
Yeah.
So in the movie, Charlie
Wants
Charlie
Bombay to
Conway,
fuck his mom.
wants the coach to bone his mom
Yeah.
because his dad wasn't in the picture.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, my dad he just left or something like that, or we had to leave. That's all they say about fucking Charlie.
Wouldn't it be weird if there's a twist where it's like they like kill Bombay, like it's like she's like a demon witch lady, and he just like feeds them to his mom. Yeah, because there's an odd scene where Charlie Conway is trying to pitch Bombay his mom, and he's like, she's got a lot of attractive qualities that men will find attractive or whatever. He's all, yes, she does.
Yeah.
I know.
I've seen it, yeah.
But I was trying to say, I don't know if boinking your mom is the best choice, as the coach. But then the best thing, there's scenes where he like plays favorites with Charlie over the other kids.
Oh, yeah.
Which is so fucked up.
Yeah,
it's great.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, that's another thing is like in reality, anybody on that team would have been like, oh, so it's just because he's banging his fucking mom. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, you get to fucking play in the All-Star game because you're banging your, coach is banging your fucking mom.
I mean, think about it. Like anybody that would like, as far as like being favorites go, you would think that in reality the favorites would probably go to the Hall brothers because the dad is the only involved, other than Charlie's mom being around because she wants to fuck Bombay. The dad's their dad is the only one that gives a fuck about the team at all.
Right.
At every game, cheering them on, excited.
At one
wearing
point-
the gear. He's wearing the gear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
one point he was going to be the coach.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, like the substitute
Yeah.
coach. Yeah, and my favorite thing is he seems like a really like nice guy.
Oh,
really,
yeah, for sure.
Really into his kids, but then they
Yeah.
try to make the Hall brothers, or at least they
Be
make
like real ghetto.
they make them sit. Yeah, where they're
Not
like,
so much Juicy Smollett, but
yeah.
Or Smollett. I
Yeah,
don't know
Jesse
what it is.
Smollett is in it. There's a lot of people in this movie that have come up in other things. Like what's the girl?
Moreau. I can't remember. Marguerite Moreau, I think her name is.
Yeah,
She was in Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah, and then you've got, of course, Reverend Joshua Jackson
Yeah, that's
as,
right, yeah.
as Charlie Conway.
Yep.
And I love Charlie's hair in the movie because it's totally of that time. Like,
yeah.
The JTT.
Shaggy. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it looks, at one point it looks like it is his helmet. Like he
totally.
could just use the hair as a helmet.
I definitely had hair like that in the 90s.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, you got good hair for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
That's how my hair grows.
Yeah, totally.
What's that kid, though, that looks like Angus? He's like the other fat kid that's like Meteor.
Oh yeah.
Meteor.
What the hell is his last? It starts with a. I think last name starts with a T.
He kind of has like a duck mouth. He's got like a.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He looks like a duck.
Yeah,
Looks like a fat duck.
Which is, I could see the executive like, hey, that fat kid, he's got like some duck mouth. Yeah, fucking, let's get him. He reminds me of a duck. It'd be perfect for the Mighty Ducks.
That guy is unrecognizable now.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
Is he ripped?
He's fucking stacked.
Every fat
What are we
kid
talking
actor.
about? Are we talking about the
chubby,
bad
chubbier
kid?
The chubby kid?
Yeah, not Goldberg, but the other chubby
The other
kid.
one, the one with the slap shot.
Yes.
No.
No.
The Slapshot kid that's Froggy on.
Oh yeah, he's
fucking-
that's right. He's in a Daredevil. Yeah.
Yeah. The other chubby kid who he takes the puck to the head. Remember?
Oh, that kid.
That kid. Yeah, he's fucking jacked now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that kid. Every fat kid actor
Wasn't
comes
that kid?
back.
Was that kid in Heavyweights too?
I
I
think he
think
was.
so.
Yeah.
I think he stayed fat for a minute.
All those movies. I never watched any of them.
Really?
I never saw Little Giants. I never saw Heavyweights.
Really?
I never saw Ladybugs. I saw Rookie of the Year. I would kind of consider it in the same vein.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year.
Angels in the Outfield.
Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah.
I never saw that either. That was
What?
Tony Danza. Was that?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think he's
and Danny Glover.
Danny
Yeah,
Glover.
Danny Glover.
Yeah, I never saw that
Christopher
either.
Lloyd.
Yeah,
Christopher
nope,
Lloyd,
never
yeah.
saw
Yeah,
it.
when the Angels win the pennant. Yeah, we should watch that too.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a Disney movie
Yeah.
too. But no, it's funny, man. Like that movie was so huge. They started their own hockey team based on that team. And I was thinking about it. Is the iconic logo, like the old school Ducks logo? That's not in this one at all.
No,
and
no.
I thought it was somewhat, but it was.
Only in D2.
It's in D2.
That's so
yeah.
and
crazy.
I think that I'm not sure if if you had seen that logo before they put it in D2.
I think you did because
Okay, so
it
the
had
team
to
was
be the
around-
first season. I think of the actual team.
I think so.
It must have
Yeah.
been.
I think
because I don't know if that was ever the
I think
logo.
I think
No.
they may have planned like the launch of the team at
around
the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
totally.
Great marketing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about it like I think everybody I knew had Ducks gear.
yeah.
At least
I mean,
something.
I had Disney Duck stuff for sure.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like I had like a Donald Duck T-shirt with him wearing the fucking face mask or something
So
like that.
this year I was dicking around Christmas time with my buddy Randy, and we were in some thrift store. I want to say in like Upland or something, and I found a vintage, like from I think '93 or '94, a stocking with a Mighty Ducks bear attached to it. It was really fucking weird. It's fucking rad.
Yeah.
So now it's my stocking now.
Right on.
Fuck yeah! I'm like, fucking yeah, dude. This
That's
old.
awesome, dude.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, man, this thing is fucking old. It was nasty looking, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy to think like what it's going to be like, when it comes back in this new Disney Plus show. I'm really
Yeah.
excited about it. And
There's a lot of things that won't be in it, like the Oreo line.
yes, there's a line in the movie.
Okay, I think the Oreo line was a little endearing. Okay, I think because that's just Coach having fun with his kids.
Well,
right?
it started off when it was first mentioned in the movie. It was
an
dig.
insult, yeah.
Yeah, and it was done by the Hawks.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you, the Oreo line? Because
Yeah,
there's
but-
2 black guys and a white guy.
yeah,
And then it was adopted by Bombay.
But in doing so, they're rebranding it. They're taking it back. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
true, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they had to make the opposing team racist on top of also being hard to beat.
Yeah.
Just so they're that much more
And
hateable.
if you really think about it, the opposing team did nothing wrong at all.
No, they were just
Yeah.
listening to
They
their
were
coach.
just a good. They were just
Yeah.
a good team.
yeah,
McGill was kind of a shit.
yeah,
but
McGill. There's a scene where
I did my job.
yeah,
Yeah.
they knock over one of their old
Banks.
Yeah,
My fucking
Banks.
jersey, baby.
Yeah. Oh, that is a
Fuck
Banks
yeah, it's a
jersey.
Banks jersey,
Fuck
yeah.
dude. Well, yeah, Banks, paralyzed paralyzed or something in the game.
Yeah, he
And-
does the stretcher.
Yeah, one of the other kids on the opposing team
What
is like
did
the
you
fucking
do?
yeah. He's like at the Terminator.
Yeah.
He's like, "What did you do?"
Yeah.
My job.
I did my job.
I'm glad that fucker's paralyzed. Yeah.
And
I mean,
what is-
at least in D2, like
Guys-
Iceland's like very they're villainous. Like they're
Yeah.
mean. They
Yeah.
play dirty.
Yep.
So like that makes them more of a better team to beat.
Well, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
coming.
And this one though, like this movie was huge. I mean, it eventually spawned a fucking cartoon show,
Fuck yeah.
sequels. Even the fact that we're talking about it to this day is the impact of that movie. It was a huge deal. I remember seeing it in the theater and hearing everyone laugh at the right times,
Mm-hmm.
everyone cheer at the right times. It was just such an exciting time
Yeah.
to go to a movie and like just get into it.
This
like you
movie
felt
is
like
so
you're in the game.
fucking important.
Yeah, especially to hockey. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
people could talk smack forever, but it really is.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those movies that really helped bring hockey kind of back to the like mainstream.
Yeah, it did.
In America,
Or into the
especially.
mainstream,
Into
yeah.
the mainstream in general. I
Yeah.
mean, it would never been that big or
No.
that talked about.
And it was a perfect storm too, because I mean, fuck, dude, if you didn't have rollerblades and if you weren't skating around, playing ice hockey as a kid, like you were kind of, or street hockey, you were kind of a fucking dingleberry if you weren't.
Yeah, we all played street hockey.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big dude. I'm 6'6", but I wasn't like I didn't play a lot of sports, but hockey, street hockey
Yeah.
in particular, Oh my God, we mimicked like lines from the movie.
Yeah,
We, like,
totally.
we all tried to emulate it. Like I always wanted to see some kid like knock a puck through the net.
Goal,
and I mean, it was just such a big thing. It was kind of like when Ace Ventura came out and every kid was imitating Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was one of those things. Like every kid wanted to be a hockey player, you know?
Also,
and
like this, if I fucking hold on, my mouse is frozen.
Goddamn mouse.
yeah. No, it's exciting though, man, to kind of revisit these movies and kind of get back into it. I mean, like you said, the street hockey thing was huge after that. Everybody had it, and there was something in this movie that I hadn't thought about in forever.
Oh, what I was gonna say is like this was the time that I spent probably most times at like a Big Five. You know, because I was playing Little League baseball, but also like fucking
hella street hockey.
Yeah, street hockey. We lived on a cul-de-sac, so we had the basketball hoop after Space Jam, and then we had. We had a little plastic hockey net too. So like we had neighborhood kids rollerblading around and shit. And I also had I had an older brother and an older cousin too that we all lived together. So
and those plastic sticks would wear the fuck out on the concrete like crazy.
Oh yeah.
So you had to spend a lot of time at Big Five, and we'd always lose those balls.
Oh, all the time.
And we were talking about this earlier. Like they show those little the roller pucks with the 3 little balls in there.
Yeah, where are those now?
I don't know. Those things fucking sucked. I hated those things.
Yeah, but they were the only things that would slide on the fucking concrete.
Well, yeah, but the balls just were so much better.
Yeah.
Like me and my friends, like we switched over to balls. We switched over to balls right away, and we there was like 2 different kinds. There were like the real hard ones, and then there were real soft ones. Soft ones were fucking bullshit. Like the hard ones were really the fucking way to go.
Well, speaking of balls, there's a great ball joke in this children's movie.
Blue balls.
And there's a Dorcas, professor guy, and he makes a blue ball joke immediately.
Yeah, and all the fucking kids laugh, and it's like you guys don't even fucking know what that is.
What? Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you get blue balls when you're not having sex, and there's all these elementary.
Whose idea was that? Like somebody was like, "Dude, we can make a blue ball joke in there," and everybody in the room was like, "Yeah, that's great."
Yeah, it was in the '90s where like every kids movie had a certain formula. Like there was always like an adult, they'd throw in like I remember Space Jam, the scene where one of the the bad guys, like the Monstars, when his when he gets pants or whatever and his butt cheeks I remember that was the funniest thing in the world at the time. Like what a great time.
But no, Space Jam, the best joke I think is when Bill Murray runs out and Danny DeVito voicing the King of the Monstars, right?
Yeah.
He goes I don't know Dan Aykroyd was in this picture.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, no, there's
and I never understood that until like later on. I was like, oh,
yeah,
Ghostbusters a reference. I think
that's another movie I never saw.
Oh really?
Space Jam?
Never saw.
Oh
Space
my gosh, you're gonna get that a lot, dude. Yeah, I mean, Space Jam was also one of those like pinnacles of.
Oh man, that was when I was we couldn't afford Jordans, so I was always wearing I would like paint Nike signs, Nike swooshes on my fucking.
I'd
get like some Airwalks or something like that,
cool.
from Payless Payless shoes and. Or it'd be like Sonic the Hedgehog on them, but then I would paint a Nike swoosh on them.
Fuck yeah, man.
Dude, yeah. Before believe it or not, Payless is not just a shoe store, guys. It used to be a drugstore, and the jingle would be what was it? Doesn't it feel good to pay less? I remember that.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Fun times. I just, one thing we haven't talked about yet about this film is the music of the movie.
Yeah.
Which we made jokes immediately because we were reading the credits at the beginning and it said music by David Newman, and we're just fucking around riffing like, oh yeah, imagine if that was Randy Newman's brother. And it turned out it is Randy Newman's cousin.
Yeah.
And there's
First cousin.
Yeah, and there's a scene in it
And
where
he's like, we're doing hockey.
yeah, there's a scene that's totally Randy Newman, but it's David
You got
Newman.
a puck in me.
God, that was fucking.
Yeah, we'll go to Dabadoo and the hockey time. There's like a song in it that's completely Randy Newman.
Fucking so
yes,
funny.
thinking about hockey. Yeah, get your pads on.
God. What a fucking thing, man.
That's so funny. That's so funny that we found out that it was
Randy Newman's cousin.
Randy Newman's
Wow.
cousin.
Disney was probably hitting up Randy Newman too much. He's like, here's my cousin for this stupid fucking hockey movie.
Yeah, I bet they were like, hey, we want you to do this movie about these, the Pee Wee hockey team, and but what's your rate right now?
I'm still working on the bug thing.
Yeah, the Toy Story movie coming out in a couple years.
But my cousin, he's looking for a gig. Okay, all right, sure, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, probably.
I love. There's a song in the movie when Gordon Bombay is pulled over by a police officer when he's drinking and driving.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't mention that in the beginning, but Bombay goes back to hockey because he gets a DUI and he has to do community service. And he doesn't get a DUI.
He
gets a good
deal.
deal.
He would have got a DUI, but because of white privilege, he gets everything expunged, and he gets a paid leave of absence from his work.
Yeah.
And they're all, just do these hours of just coaching this Pee Wee hockey team, whatever.
It's usually how it works.
You're good, yeah. And he gets a driver, too. They're like, we're going to give you a driver because, we don't trust you behind the wheel anymore, so here's a fucking limo.
That's right, yeah.
Okay. Here's a limo, and here's a driver.
All right,
he's a fucking wild boy.
Get to your point, then we'll talk to the driver. We'll talk about the driver.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot what I was saying because the fact that you brought up the driver is the driver is now my favorite character in the movie.
He is my favorite character in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, because that driver is literally like what I would be. Like, I'd be like, I love hockey, I love kids, but I also love cocaine and bitches. So I'll be here hungover and I'll help coach and shit.
Yeah, he's like the assistant coach at one point.
He's the assistant coach.
Yeah.
But he looks like he just walked out of a bar that afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like doing bumps in the bathroom. He's like, I think they're gonna make the playoffs, man.
Yeah, you can tell. It's exactly what that dude would be bragging about too. They'd be like, so what do you got going on? Oh, there's these kids, man. I drive around, dude.
Fucking good time.
And it's funny because I know so many people like that are just such degenerates, but they're like, they opt in for the kids, man. Like, I mean,
No, it's so funny, man, because he's so hilarious. Yeah, like right with this first scene, he's like listing off like, I used to be a roadie, man, for the Grand Funk Railroad, and then I did the only regrets I got is the 80s.
It's so stupid.
He's
all the gay sex and crystal.
Yeah, all the terrible things I did and shoved up myself, and all the smuggling I did, and
just don't do it. All right, I was gonna say Google search, but there was no Google then.
Yeah, I cried myself to sleep, but at least I got these fucking kids, man.
They're making me fucking feel good about myself, man. I drive them around and shit, and now I'm like 24 hours sober, so I think it'll work out, man.
That'd be
the best
fun.
character.
They should have kept him going in the movies.
I want his
He was
prequel.
fucking God, can you imagine? It'd be awesome.
That's got to be another character we got to do on one of those like theme park stories or something.
Put him in some erotic fan fiction.
Oh, totally, dude. Yeah, I just
you gotta put him in some erotic fan fiction. That's too. Hey, what's up? I'm the assistant coach of the Mighty Ducks. Remember me? Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
They didn't hire me back for D2, and that's why I'm fucking on this cocaine spiral.
I know. Yeah, he definitely
What's
was.
up, Jack Sparrow?
You could hear all
like
his.
to fuck.
Yeah, you'd hear all of his conversations after that when he's at the bar, like all this like depressing, like, oh man, we were doing so good, we're in the playoffs, man, and then I fucked up and had my coke on me. Like he's still.
I got pulled over at the Canadian border. It was bullshit, man.
To this day, like he's still talking about it.
But now he's got long hair with a bald spot. He's got long hair with a bald spot and a mustache.
That mustache was fucking gnarly.
He's like, man, Trump really looks out for everybody. This COVID shit's bullshit, bro. Like, you can just hear him, like, fucking right now, dude.
Totally.
It's all a hoax, brother.
These
They're just trying to keep you down, man.
For your face.
The Mighty Ducks, man. Fucking Bombay's got a problem, dude.
He's like, can you believe they opened up a fucking stadium and made an NHL team and I didn't get invited?
Yeah. I know. I say what's up to Bombay and he like pretends like he doesn't fucking know me, man.
Oh God.
The fuck I drove his drunk ass around for fucking weeks, man.
I didn't tell anyone about his hookers and shit.
Banging the fucking mom. Who the fuck do you think he is? Tiger Woods?
She'd bang anyone, man. She's like she's into me.
I had her fucking 3 weeks before.
I know. I had it on Facebook. We talk sometimes. No,
Wow, fucking
man,
great.
yeah. She shares my Minion memes.
I love this dude.
I know. That guy seems like a party animal, dude.
Yeah.
My favorite character easily is the Mighty Ducks driver in the first film. But dude, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I forgot because I used to watch the movie like religiously as a kid, but watching it as like a conscious adult, there's just stuff that you didn't like. It didn't resonate until now.
Yeah.
Right.
Like some of the jokes or some of the
or just some of the shit
dialogue.
Like, yeah, totally. Like some of the like how the Hawks coach calls Gordon Bombay a never was. He's like, you're worse than a has been. You were a never was. And this guy's been a peewee coach since the fucking dawn of time. And Gordon Bombay is this hotshot fucking lawyer.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
I mean, let's talk about how that guy does not age, though. By the
Yeah,
way,
totally. Gets a little gray around the temples.
It's been 20 years.
Yeah, it still sounds like he's from Arkansas, like you were saying.
Yeah, there's a John Kreese. Yeah, I love that because he's a John Kreese of the film. He's like the villain, kind of. And it's funny because he's in like Minnesota and he's been there for. I grew up in Minnesota. You know, I don't want to disappoint anybody out here in Minneapolis because I'm a Minneapolisian. No, yeah, he's definitely.
I just
from
came here to
Arkansas.
win, y'all.
Yeah, he like left Arkansas at 5 and still has like the thick accent.
Yeah,
you know? But yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, he's a
Like,
good
I don't
old
know
boy.
what a hockey puck is, but I'm here to win.
Yeah. No, I love the. There's so many great lines in that movie that I didn't get. Like you're saying, the Bombay when he gets pulled over.
Yeah, blood, breath, or urine.
Oh, that was a great line.
Yeah, the cop.
Sure.
Yeah, the cop is like blood, breath, or urine. How do you want to? You know how?
No thanks, I'm full.
Yeah,
Fucking
so
great.
good.
Even
And
as
then,
a
and
kid,
then he
I
even
loved
giggles at it.
Yeah.
He goes,
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't know that Charlie Sheen was going to be in it.
Yeah, man.
Originally,
man, that would have been a bad taste in everyone's mouth if we rewatched this. After Charlie Sheen's fucking outbreak. You know,
Right.
I know.
yeah.
I love how Emilio Estevez just not being Charlie Sheen makes him like way better. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I mean?
for
Like,
sure. They never like with the new series. Emilio's coming back,
That's so great.
but they never would have brought back Charlie Sheen. There's no fucking way.
No way.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, and there's a couple other people that almost were in the movie. I guess Jake Gyllenhaal was supposed to be in the movie.
Wow.
as a kid.
Yeah, he was supposed to be. He was going to be Charlie Conway.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And then apparently Leonardo DiCaprio was auditioned, but didn't make the cut.
As Goldberg.
Yeah, totally.
You
yeah.
gotta gain weight, kid. You'll never have a career in this town.
And then he made that retard movie.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's right. Gilbert Grape.
What's
yeah.
eating Gilbert's grape?
Yeah, I love that movie.
I do love that movie.
I love
it's great.
The
But
one
that's what he brings up in Tropic Thunder. Speaking of,
really?
Yeah,
full
full
circle.
great.
retard, yeah.
Yeah, he goes never, Leonardo DiCaprio. What's he doing? Great. When he brings up, he's like Tom Hanks.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. He's like retarded, maybe.
Yeah, right.
He goes, but he won a international ping pong tournament, and that's not retarded.
Man, yeah, that was such a great movie. Is there any other
Weird
things
facts?
you want to touch on?
Well, this was kind of like in this weird little 90s kids sports movies. Like we'd mentioned all the other sports movies there were. And I feel like this was at the top of the heap.
Yeah,
It's the best.
what we were talking about before is like what you were saying. I didn't have this one on VHS. Like I watched it.
Yeah.
I had seen it, but I had D2.
Yeah.
So I know we'll get to that one, but what I was trying to say was, what I'm getting at is this watch was kind of refreshing for me because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember this one the way I did because I, like I said, I have the other one on on tape that I would watch all the time.
Yeah, you were a little too young, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So by the time you were probably watching these movies, that one probably felt like it was fucking outdated.
Exactly, because I identified with the older kids that were in D2.
Yeah.
So like seeing them younger did not apply to me at all.
Yeah, my buddy Tommy, he would tell me, he was like, dude, D3 is the best one. What
What
the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's the best one, man. And it's a lot of it has to do with his age. Like he's a little bit younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this movie, I mean, fuck, dude.
I mean, I guess, but it's like I don't know. It's all about preference. I still haven't seen 3. So when we watch
Yeah.
that together, that'll be my first viewing ever.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's to me, I feel like they all go down. They get progressively worse, but
Really? Because I think 2 is my. I mean, it's just. But again, I think you're right though.
I don't know. D2 Judgment Day is pretty badass.
Yeah. I also think,
but that's how I feel about certain movies though too, like Terminator.
Yeah,
I like Judgment. I like Judgment Day more than.
Oh yeah, James Cameron is the king of making a good sequel.
And then
I think I like Back to the Future.
I'm excited for Avatar 7 and.
I like Temple of Doom more than Raiders.
Not me.
I know a lot of people don't.
But there's Temple of Doom's dark as fuck.
So
dude. I love it.
There's certain scenes in Temple of Doom to me that stick out in your fucking brain a lot more than Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
But Raiders of the Lost Ark, that movie is fucking iconic.
It is.
It really is.
It is, but I'm just saying as my Back to the Future 2, same thing.
Yeah, and I would say that Back to the Future 1, in my opinion, is an example of a perfect movie.
Oh yeah,
it's perfect.
Really, because people fucking hate to.
No, Back to the Future 1 is a perfect movie.
One, yeah.
You know?
Those boots don't work on water.
Yeah.
Part 2.
Yeah,
but Part 2 was always my favorite because they went into the future and they also went back into the past as well.
Yeah.
So I liked the juxtaposition. And I always liked movies that.
Well, it was a lot more fun. It was a much more fun movie. Part 2, I think
it was.
Yeah.
And I also
we
liked
got the hoverboard in Part 2.
Right, and I liked how it was a lot more Biff in Part 2.
Yeah.
And Biff, to me, like, those movies don't work without Tom Wilson.
Oh,
He did such a good job as all of the villains in all 3 of those movies.
Oh, yeah.
He was the best.
Anyway, we can do a whole podcast on
Back to the Future.
which we will.
Fuck, dude. Dude, the ride.
Yeah, the ride. But
Yeah.
so I wanted to talk a little bit about before we move on, to kind of wrap it up. I loved when I went to Disney World for the first time in 2015, and I actually stayed at the Mighty Ducks. Was that a baby dinosaur? No, yeah, I stayed at at the Disney World All-Star Movie Resort, and they actually have a Mighty Ducks section of that hotel,
so fucking
which is
cool.
pretty rad. We're gonna pull up some pictures here for the video podcast.
Keep going. I gotta pull it up.
But
Right
yeah.
now.
So I remember being like so stoked on that because that's the thing. Some things at the Disney parks don't get represented because there's only so much room at like some of them. But Disney World, there's enough room to kind of include some of that stuff. Like I love that hotel because it has a Herbie the Love Bug section. It has a 101 Dalmatians. It has Mighty Ducks. But yeah, we stayed in the Mighty Ducks. And they have a Mighty Ducks pool, which is cool because it's the only thing I think at a Disney park with the ducks. And I'm sure before and around the time of the movie, they probably had things. And I'm going to look into that. But yeah, they definitely for the next, for the third one. But they had, they had the pool, and I remember swimming in it, and they have Goofy as a
duck.
A duck, yeah. But it was such a phenomenon. I mean, we're gonna.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, we've got it coming up right here.
Another weird fact about this film is that, so apparently with the kids, they had this big rule with all the kids. Like if you're fucking with the other kids, they would kick you off the movie.
Oh, what if you're harassing the other kids?
Yeah, like there was like a hard no bullying rule they had.
Yeah.
And apparently the original Adam Banks was such a fucking dick.
Really?
That they fired him within the first few days of the shoot.
Really?
Because he kept fucking with the kids. But other than that, I mean...
He's actually a grown man.
Yeah, totally.
Little bitch.
Yeah. And let's see, what else can we talk about? Oh, yeah.
Wait.
So...
By the way, I'm sorry. I want to shoot you on the thing because it's interesting. Did you guys ever hear about that guy that was a grown man that pretended to be a kid to, like... He was like I think he was a pedophile, but he was in he pretended to be in 7th grade, and like he like cut his hair all short and spiky or whatever. And
how old was he?
He was like 30,
no
like something. Yeah,
way.
But he had like a baby face sort of, and he'd wear makeup and stuff.
Ew, what a
and he'd
creep.
go hang out in this junior high. It's so crazy.
Oh my god, that is so creepy.
Yeah, it is really bad, but I remember we were laughing because I'm like, how dedicated did this fucking guy get to go to class every day? Like, what the fuck? But the other thing is,
wants to go back to junior high?
How come no one noticed that? Why isn't the teacher like,
hey, man,
Billy, what's wrong?
You know what? I went to middle school with some kids that looked like they were in their 30s. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Yes.
Whatever, teach.
Dude, yeah.
I mean, this kid had a fucking full-grown beard, and I was 13. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
Dude, there was a kid I went to high school with, or to junior high with. Zaya Cannon was his name. And this fucking guy had like monster back hair.
Yeah.
Fucking, he was like balding. It was crazy.
It was wild,
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck? He was
You're
some kind of like,
40, you're 13 going on 40.
yeah, he was like this
exactly.
weird like Russian fucking Jewish guy or
Here,
something.
I
don't
got
know
it
what
up
the fuck
here.
he was.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, here we go. What do we got going? He's okay.
So we can.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, this is so rad, man. The
And did they have anything else, or was it just the pool? Did they have like a cool gift shop or anything?
no, but they have like like there's an elevator that goes to the right behind the mask there to go to the
sick.
rooms.
Yeah.
And then they have like hockey sticks, as you can see. All around,
Squashed around.
But what's rad is that's in the All-Star Movie Resort, so it's an homage to the movies, not just the team.
Sick. And I like how they have the bottom of the pool is like they have it set up with the center ice.
Oh
in the middle
yeah,
of it.
look,
Yeah.
I'm seeing that right now.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, it's so rad. They have a Fantasia pool as well over there. But yeah, I had a blast, man. It was
God, that's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, see, look at the bathrooms. You got the duck pond pool right
Sick.
there. Isn't that rad? I mean, that was such.
And they have the locker room set up. What are those, like
Oh,
changing
the
rooms?
bathrooms say ducks
Or-
and daisies.
Oh, that's fucking rad.
Yeah.
Ducks and daisies.
in homage to one of the lines in the film,
Yeah.
Yep.
referencing.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's a great pick right there. That like kind of showcases everything right
This one
there.
here?
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how big those movies were, and I'm really excited to see the new ones.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens, but yeah,
I'm curious to see who comes back.
Me too.
Because I have a feeling a lot.
Hashtag.
They've
I really hope Goldberg gets his shit together.
He has,
know.
I guess he did.
Yeah,
That's
I'm-
great.
I'm-
He's been good for a while.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I read he has,
Yeah.
and he's on a he's on a straight and narrow. But
I hope they bring
I
him
heard
back.
he's.
I hope they
heard
bring him
he's
back, too, 'cause
I heard
he-
he's a rad guy.
he I would imagine he's a real nice guy. Just kind of got down on his luck,
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he come. Man, he was a big comedy guy too. He'd hang out at the store a lot.
Really?
I heard.
Hey,
Yeah.
and that kid,
I'd shit myself.
his name
man.
Josh.
I know, dude.
Who's the
Reverend?
redhead? The little redhead.
The little redhead. Oh, Pete and Pete.
Pete and Pete.
Oh,
Yeah.
Danny Tamborelli.
Danny Tamborelli. He's apparently he's still doing shit too.
Oh, I think he's in a band too.
Yeah. So actually Steve, who was supposed to be here today,
Fucker.
he ran into him at a bar in like Wisconsin or some shit like
Yeah, I
that.
think he's on the
Really?
East Coast.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They-
Or in New York. No. Yeah, he
Okay.
ran into him in a bar in New York.
That makes
He said-
sense.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said
I think he's in Jersey or something.
yeah, he said he was just sitting there hanging out, and he was like, "Hey man, can I like hang out and buy you a beer?" He's like, "Sure, I'll take a beer."
That's fucking
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing though. Like, Goldberg or any of those guys. Like, I would be so starstruck to see them.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than because they had such a big impact. And,
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
so, yeah.
I was always a fan of Kenan Thompson. I mean, now he's a superstar, right? Like it's like he's a huge deal. But
As Bill Cosby said, he's going to need another dick. Yeah, that's what Bill Cosby told. Look up the story,
Yeah.
Kenan Thompson.
and he said he tried to fuck his mom too.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
During the making of Fat Albert, Bill Cosby suggested to Kenan Thompson that after this movie, he's going to need another dick with how much he's going to get.
How much pussy he's gonna get?
Yeah, and then Bill Cosby proceeded to try to have sex with
And
his
trying
mom.
to fuck his mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he went on trial for raping more people in human history, and then proceeded to make a Fat Albert reference, and right after, which was in the most poor taste.
Wow.
Who thought? Like, did he think there was going to be like a legion, an army of people like, yeah, Bill? Like, 'cause, he walks out and they're like, what do you have to say with being, the world's biggest rapist? And he's like, hey, I'm not gonna give up, or whatever he does. Yeah, it's.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I wanted to end on that note. But guys, anything else you want to touch on before we go get some pizza?
Yeah, dude. This movie is probably one of the most important movies in my childhood. Probably one of the most important movies in my fucking life. Being real, this was very, very important. It really solidified my love for hockey, and it was one of the most important movies in my entire life. I fucking love this flick.
Yeah, I think it's a true underdog story for anybody. Like I think we're all on the same page here. But anybody feeling like a child, being a kid and not fitting in a certain place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and another thing about this movie too is that my hockey team growing up looked weirdly just like the Mighty Ducks. We were all it was a bunch of I played there was the travel team and there was the house team. If you didn't have the money or the resources to play travel, you played house. So I played house because I wasn't that good. I'm not. This body type does not work well to being an athlete.
Sure.
But I fucking loved the sport, and all the kids that I played with, they looked like this. There was we had girls on our team. We had Mexicans, blacks, fucking Asians, like we had it all. Like we looked like the fucking Ducks.
Yeah.
And we all loved the sport.
Did you have any Prussians?
Prussians?
Any Ottomans?
Persians.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Royal blood. We had some
nice,
royal blood on the team. Yeah, but I feel like we all got along very well because we all felt like outcasts and we played an outsider sport. And what was also cool is that the barrier to entry up in Santa Rosa was fairly low because they had used equipment sales. So they would just have like literally like you could fucking get yourself fitted up in gear for like $25.
Really?
With the used equipment sales.
That's the things. Like I always wanted to play hockey, ice hockey. At
it's
least.
expensive,
But I couldn't. I never could.
Yeah.
I it's expensive.
It's expensive.
And man, I was playing at at the public park for
Right.
baseball and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
into baseball a bit, but my family couldn't. We were just never around a hockey rink. Or I mean, being in Southern California, it's
Right.
like, where the fuck are you gonna ice skate?
Yeah,
There's a
but you know
couple
what?
places.
I have noticed though. There's a huge
now.
Yeah,
Now I'm talking mid '90s. Like
Right.
this is-
Yeah, I know.
Right.
so-
Yeah, it was not the same.
Yeah,
But
but-
the barrier to entry did get, when I was a kid, it got easier because, especially in Santa Rosa, there was for whatever fucking reason, there was a huge hockey community up there.
Yeah.
A lot of it had to do with the Charles Schultz Arena, which we should actually do a fucking podcast about, because even though it's an ice arena, the place is a fucking theme park. And it tripped me out because growing up, I always was wondering why the fuck other ice arenas looked like fucking concrete boxes.
Right.
Because mine was themed.
Yeah.
Like a Swiss chalet.
I mean, it's just like they could have. I think they definitely can. It's just that they always look like always look like just like warehouses.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
But another thing I was going to say too is just I think this is important for somebody like me growing up too, because then just like what you were saying, it gives you an idea of what it's like to be a part of a team, and what it is to actually integrate and just work as a unit,
Yeah. And they were a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they really did care. Like, these kids really cared about each other.
Exactly.
In a weird way.
Yeah, dude, you guys kind of took the words right out of my mouth. But I always felt like an outcast, and I felt like I really related to those kids. And it's funny because, like you said, the other team did everything right, which is funny. It's funny because you end up shaming kids that are good athletes.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, fucker. Yeah, which
Fuck
is
you guys.
very much like right now, But no, yeah, which is kind of the attitude of right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let this kid that shouldn't be doing this do this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. But guys, it's good to be positive, and it's good to be COVID positive. No, I'm just joking. Maybe a few months ago I could have told you I was, but not right now. At least I hope not. I am feeling a little weird, guys, just to be honest. I've got a little bit of a boner because...
Cialis.
No, because
we
next
were
week...
talking about Cialis.
Yes, we were. But next week we'll have the return of the Mighty Ducks in our D2 special. So you guys got to join us for that. Rossco Soletrain, where can people find you, my friend, online?
YouTube and Instagram.
Heck
and
yeah.
I'm doing thrifting videos, which I'm going to do a fucking marathon tomorrow. And
Where are you going tomorrow?
I'm going all over the place.
Yeah?
I'm starting early, but I'm going to go to I'm going to your fucking neighborhood, brother.
Oh, hit me up, dude.
Are you off tomorrow?
No, but hit me up
I'm
still.
gonna be
I want to do one of these with you.
I might fuck, dude. Okay. Yes, absolutely. I
Okay.
wanted to.
We'll talk after.
Yeah, I wanted to do one up here today, but I was like, nah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Next time.
Yeah, we got to do one.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely. It'd be fun. I love thrift store shopping.
Yeah, and the videos.
And I love like an outing with you going out and doing it. So it'd be fun.
You'll love the videos because they're fucking wacky. Like I try to keep them real quick and weird.
Yeah.
And I try to showcase the worst that's in thrift stores.
Yeah,
They're great.
So-
that's what I'm saying. It'd be fun.
You'll love it, dude.
It'd be fun.
And you'll get the filming style right away. It's I keep it snap.
Yeah. Hell
But so I've been doing a lot of that shit. And,
Well, yeah. Let
They're
me know.
wonderful.
I'd love to do one.
Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah.
for sure.
Hell yeah. And of course, Ryan D, in his beautiful studio here, you can watch Hit the Mics.
Hit the Mics drops every Thursday night, Friday morning. So on your drive to work on Friday,
Hell yeah.
party with us.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, and Robertland Friday. So you got a double whammy of Ryan D right there. You got double D.
Double D's.
Also,
Triple D's.
Also, every Monday I drop Every Monday night, I drop What's Your
Doug.
Deal with Doug, yeah.
Yeah, Doug Gleason, man. Yeah.
Yeah, where you teach them how to speak Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're working on, and we actually did a really good episode last night with the pyrotechnics guy.
Sick.
So anybody listening to the show that's into theme parks and shit, if you check out that one, we had a pyro dude in here talking. I mean, man, it was awesome.
Oh,
it was really cool.
The lead singer
Fuck yeah.
to Prodigy.
Firestarter, yeah, dude.
Just a Firestarter. Boom, man. All right, let's end on a quack. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Quack. Quack. Quack.
Quack.
Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Go Ducks! You fucks. All right. Fucks.
That was great.
I met her at the swap meet. She was unbelievable. I am an alien. I don't got human emotion. If you just come inside, I think you just might love me. If I just come inside, I think we'll have a baby. Don't you should go fun, yeah. A little test of something sweet, girl. Don't you should go fun, yeah. Injection, Raven's revenge. Caramelized candy eyes. You were insatiable. VHS chameleon. Tell me a lot about masturbation. If you just come outside, we'll go to Mars and get some candy bars. You must be from Buena Park, 'cause sugar, you have my heart, yeah. Don't you should good fun, yeah. A little taste of something sweet, girl. Don't you should good fun, yeah. Injection of Raven's revenge. So sticky and so sweet, you were there for me. So sticky and so sweet, you were there for me. Oh, candy. Oh, candy. So sticky and so sweet, you were there for me. So sticky and so sweet, you